Good afternoon, this is Alex with SFOI1000 down here at Sanford Stadium. I'm standing in the location where we preach on game days. Just want to do a little video and kind of maybe help you out. You know, in the real estate business they say, what's the most three important things? Location, location, location. And that really ties into evangelism as well. It goes the same for it. We certainly want to be where people are and where the most impact can be. I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna show you a few things. We're like I say, we set up right here. Here's the scoreboard. The stadium's over here. We have a bridge right here, which is, this kind of works like a funnel. On game day you'll see fans coming down this road, fans flowing up through those stairs from the Tate Center, and fans coming up where those people right there are walking. So on game day there's a lot of foot traffic coming here, so we got a great spot. Not every stadium of course is going to be set up like this, but you need to look and find a good location where as far away from noise as you can get. This scoreboard here is very loud and noisy, and we use a half-mile hailer, or a mega hailer, I guess the one we have is called, and also a Bose amp pointed different directions to kind of get to where we can be heard over this, not over the scoreboard, but at least be heard, period. And we can usually be heard down, you know, about where the scoreboard is pretty well, and of course up the hill there. Another advantage to this location, you see that one of the main gates right there, gate number 2. Gate 1 is there right before kickoff time. Here at gate 2 there'll be people just packed in there trying to get in, waiting. So you got really a captive audience, and there'll be hundreds of people right there trying to get in the gate. And this whole road right here will be just packed full of people all the way back to where I'm standing some days. And so we have a premium location. I'm gonna go back over here again. So we'll set up, have a stool, and we have 2 speaker stands, and we'll set our amps up. One speaker will be facing that direction, one that direction, and thinking about adding a third so we can face towards the Tate Center more. Like I say, we have people coming from there, and from there. So literally thousands of people pass by our location before every home game. And like I've stated before, we get here about 3 hours in advance, set up, and typically at the 3 hour before kickoff mark, the band's tuba section will actually come up right here and play a few songs, and people stand around listening to them. So that's kind of our cue when they get done. That's when we get started. And so we preach till kickoff time. Typically most people are inside the stadium by then. You'll still have some walking about, standing about, but that's typically when we pack up and call the taxi, aka my wife, usually to come and pick us up about a quarter of a mile from here, so we don't have to walk too far. That's kind of the setup. I just wanted to show you what our situation here was like, maybe give you some ideas on your stadium and where you could go. It's a great spot we have here at UGA at Sanford Stadium, so we're thankful to have it. I'm just going to take you on a little walk with me down to the Tate Student Center. Also, when we started, I guess it's 14 years ago now, we'd come down, we'd get 5,000 gospel tracts, and our goal was to pass out all 5,000 of those here at the game. But I mean, we got close a few times, but not always. But we'd set up different locations too, and you kind of have to experiment. We'd set up down there, kind of where that red truck is, a little past it. There's a gate up there. We'd have some people there. We'd have folks set up here at this stair coming up from the Tate Center, and at the top of the hill up there, up the road. And really the best location we've discovered is right here at these stairs, because there's tons of people come up through here. You can pass out you know, 1,000 tracks in a couple hours, easy. What I usually do is, when passing out tracks here, is stand down here at the bottom of the stairs, and from the direction you're looking, just hundreds of people will come by and you can pass out a lot of tracks. It's weird too, it's funny, because there's ticket scalpers and stuff out here, so you kind of have to, some people think you're trying to sell them a ticket or some other stuff, so I kind of remind them that it's just something free, the only free thing here typically. And it's interesting, like one or two people take one, then the next 4 or 5 or 6 or dozen will. Then if the next few don't, then the next dozen won't. It's like, you know, we're followers by human nature. I think if someone does it, then we're going to do it as well. But here's where the fans come up, and you can see when they come up these stairs, they're what? They're seeing the preacher standing right over there between those two little bushes, trees, whatever you want to call them, preaching the gospel. So that's what they see. The first thing when they get up here to the bridge at the stadium is the gospel being preached. And of course we have folks passing out tracts on the road too. That's kind of what we've kind of evolved into now, I think, is when someone's preaching, we'll have a couple of guys up here on the bridge passing out tracts as well. Sometimes I'll walk down here and pass tracts out, but I like to stay up here so we can keep an eye on each other and everything. Not that it's really dangerous here, but just, you know, keep eye contact with each other just in case. But that's kind of where we set up and what we do. There's a bus stop. I thought they used to have benches over here last year. They took the benches out of the bus stop. What's up with that? I guess they don't want you sitting around. One time last year we preached over there. They had a college game day was here in town, and they had a little thing set up there in the plaza by the scoreboard, so just to make sure we weren't getting in the way of anything, we preached up there, which is actually a great spot too, because you're kind of got the high ground and you can kind of preach down this way, and it works out really well. But that's what we do. That's how we set up, so I hope that's helpful. If you got any questions about anything, certainly let me know, and we'll help you out all we can. But that's what we do here at UGA. It's been good over the years. It's you know, we've kind of over the years, I guess, fine-tuned what we do, where we preach, and so it just takes some practice and some trial and error sometimes. So don't get frustrated if you go and you don't feel like you're in their best spot or something. Just try different locations around the stadium or where the crowds are, and you'll figure it out. You'll find out where the best places to preach are.